Well, hey, good morning. I want to give you guys our covenant building update for the week, and I won't leave you in suspense. I want to thank you for your prayers for Wednesday. Our meeting with Jackson Township went extremely well. They were excited to hear about our project. They were excited and really receptive to some of the ideas that we had that could help us to reduce some costs. So thank you for praying for that. Continue to be in prayer for that. There's some really good people at that building department at Jackson Township, and I think through your prayers, man, we started a really good relationship with them, which is going to serve us well. So continue to be in prayer about that as well. Now, up on the screen, you're going to see some progress on our road to groundbreaking. We can officially fill in step 6. We have finalized our site design and layout. That is some good progress. That's an exciting moment. We look forward to showing you that site design. How is this land being used and utilized? That's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks. The next steps for us, and you can always find this on our website, covenantchurch.us/build. The next steps are for us to submit and secure our financing. That's a really, really big deal, which kind of is my segue into our discussion for today. So how many of you guys in here are numbers people? Do we have any numbers people? You're the ones who do the budgets at home, okay? Yeah. I'm sort of a numbers person. If you're not a numbers person, I promise you we tried to do today with you in mind too, okay? So hang with us because today is our chance to update you on our pledges and where we're at as a church with our pledge campaign. So for those of you who don't know, really, really fast recap, we have done a couple different pledge campaigns. The first one was for the land. That is over. The second pledge campaign was in 2020. That one ends at the end of this year in December. And our third one happened last year in 2021. So I want to give you a recap. In our 2020 pledge campaign, we had $695,000 pledged towards this building. Okay, we know that we need to raise money for a down payment. And out of that $695,000, 2 years later now, we think a more realistic estimate after people have moved, left the church, their financial situations have changed. We think a more realistic estimate up on the screen here would be around $591,000. This is what we are hoping to receive by the end of 2022. That additional or total of $591,000. And so far to date, for those of you who pledged in the 2020 campaign, we have seen $242,144 given, which is a big deal. That's a great thing. But for those in the 2020 pledge campaign, that pledge ends at this December, okay? At the end of this year, we need to get up to that $591,000. Now, for the 2021 campaign, that was for those of you who had joined the church from the last time that we did this, and you wanted to get involved, and you pledged $280,000, which was incredible. But for the same reasons, people moving, people leaving the church, their financial situations changing, we now anticipate or expect that that's actually lower at $193,000. And that pledge campaign ends not this December, but next December, 2023. All right, so to date in that 2021 campaign, we have seen $22,000 given during that first year towards that total of $193,000. All right, are we all still with me? I see some people's eyes glazing over with all these numbers. I promise it's almost done. But we were kind of thinking, how do we want to present this consistently? Because we want to be very transparent about where we are. We want you to follow along with us. And so we decided no more thermometers. We're tired of taking temperatures and all this coat. We're done with that. So we created our own sort of gauge. So this is what we're going to be showing. And we combined both of those pledges together, and we came up with this total of $784,941. This is our goal. This is not a goal, rather. This is what has been pledged. Today is not about this is how much money we need. Today is not about this is what we need for a down payment. This is just updating you on what we have pledged as a church versus what has been given so far. And given to date, we've seen that $265,000 or 34% of that has been given. Now, this is going to be up on our website It's going to be updated each and every time we do a building update. We'll briefly talk about it when we do the building updates because I want to celebrate these milestones that we reach with you all as well. But briefly, I want to talk about why these pledges are important. And it's important for us as a church because as we go to turn in our financials to the bank, to secure our financing package so that we can build this building, what the bank is looking at is these pledges. And they're looking at this not as money that we have now, but as money that our church, you, me, all of us, have pledged that we will have given towards this building by the end of 2022 and 2023. And we're asking them as a church to trust us. We're saying, hey, we can't give $591,000 all at once, but we will have it by the end of 2022. And we're doing that based on the pledges that we as a church family have made. Now, what we need to see and what the bank will want to see is progress towards that goal. And so we have so many of you have been faithfully giving and set up your giving, and every month you have been giving, but I think others of you have been maybe waiting. I don't know if it's till December 31st, the day before the pledge is due, or I don't know if it's to maybe some sort of milestone in the building process. For whatever reason, some of you have waited, and what we're asking as a church is not for you to pledge more or give more, but to start giving so that we can show the bank that there is progress being made towards these pledges. And it's really simple because they're going to look at a $5,000 pledge that's made, and if they see $0 given over 2 years, they're going to assume that $5,000 isn't coming in, when you may have every intention of giving it. And so as we turn in our finances in the next few weeks to the bank, this is going to be really, really important, church, that before that, if you have pledged to give, that you start your giving. Does that make sense? Good. So over the course of last week, we sent out a pledge update so you can know where you and your family are at with your pledges. You may not have pledged and you may already be giving to the building campaign. You wouldn't have gotten an email about that because this was about pledges, okay? So in the coming weeks and months, we're going to be talking more and more about this. I just wanted to lay that foundation for you. And I also wanted to give an opportunity for those of you who may have already been giving to the building campaign. A pledge helps us. It helps us show the bank what will be given. So I would encourage you, up on the screen, we have a QR code that you can pull out your phone and scan. If you want to go to covenantchurch.us/build, that's our website, just /build. You can pledge, you can set up your giving, you can find out where we're going to be through this process. But it is good for you to pledge so that we can say to the bank, hey, by this time, by this year, this money will be given. We're promising that. We're making that pledge as a church that we'll have it. Well, guys, thank you so much for bearing with us through all of these numbers. I'm personally really excited to see all the progress that's being made. It's amazing to sit here as a church that was just an idea 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when we moved here to plant, and to now be thinking about building our own building, planting roots, to see all of you, my church family, your faces here as well. Man, it's inspiring, it's exciting. And I want you to just join with me. Let's just give some praise to the Lord for what he is doing and what he has done through this process.